स्टार्ट आता है क्या चल रहा है ठीक ಅದೇ ನೋಡಿ ಇದು ಬರ್ತದೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ದಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ Hello students, welcome to my class, live class. I am Harihar Bhatt with a teaching experience of about 30 years, teaching to CA Foundation, CS Foundation, CMA Foundation students, along with the IPCC, CS Executive, CMA Intermediate, etc. etc. Today, I will be starting this teaching class for CA Foundation. I will be giving an introductory class which will cover you about the course details, what are the number of subjects, and it's all about the CA Foundation and useful for the 2020 November examination. It's an entry level examination to pursue the course of Chartered Accountancy and Chartered Accountancy. The apex body is known as ICAI, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, and it conducts exams twice in a year. Earlier it was called CA CPT examination. Now it is named as CA Foundation examination. Anyhow, the time is up for the May examination of 2020 May examination. Hence, you can take it that preparation for the November 2020 examination. Okay. And as I told you, twice in a year, the ICAI, body of Chartered Accountancy of India, will conduct the examinations for the CA Foundation. And the mode of the examination is offline. It is not online. You are writing paper pen mode, offline mode. Registering for the examination is online. You have to go to the website of ICAI and register your name and other details, scan your qualification credentials and upload it. And number of papers, 4 papers you have to write, and the eligibility to register for the examination is 12th pass, maybe commerce, whatever stream, 12th pass, or those who are studying now presently in 12th also can register for the examination. Okay. Graduates who score on average 60% and above, and postgraduates with equivalent qualification, that is in the commerce stream, are exempted from this examination. They can, that means they can directly write the IPCC examinations. Once they are graduates with marks of 60% and above, they can directly write the IPCC examination. That is the next level of the examination to become a chartered accountant. Okay, as I told you, the CA Foundation exam consists of 4 papers totally, and paper 1 and paper 2 are of subjective type. You have to write the descriptive answers. Paper 3 and 4, they are of objective type answers, that is ticking. As objective type, these paper number 3 and 4 will also have negative marks. For the wrong answers, 1/4 of your marks will be deducted. Whatever you have scored, in that 1/4 for wrong answers, 1/4 mark for each wrong answer, each question will be deducted. For example, suppose a person got 100 questions will be there, 60 questions right. That means he or she gets 60 marks, right? Suppose they have made 12 wrong answers they have given. The 60 right answers and 12 wrong answers. For 12 wrong answers, as 1/4 for each answer wrong, totally 3 marks will be deducted from 60 marks that student has achieved. I believe you have understood that now. Okay. And there is another qualification condition in every subject, not paper, not the paper. Every subject one should get 40%. And in aggregate, that means in total from all the 4 papers, it should be 50%. That means 100 marks for each paper, 4 papers, 400 marks. In aggregate means in total, a student should get 200 marks. And there is another condition that in every subject, they should get minimum 40%. Say for the paper which has 60 marks, they should get at least in that 24 marks. A paper in subject which has 40 marks, they should get at least 40%, means 16 marks in that. These are the 2 conditions to qualify this examination, CA Foundation examination. Okay. And mode of the examination is English or Hindi. Generally, we will write in English. We people write. Yes. Then papers. 4 papers, as I told you. First paper is Principles and Practices of Accounting. What we call it in general, accountancy. Principles and Practice of Accounting, that is paper number 1, which is for 100 marks. Okay. Paper number 2, this is Business Laws and Business Correspondence and Reporting. Again, Business Laws and Business Correspondence and Reporting. This is of 100 marks. This is subdivided into 2 parts. One is Business Laws, LAWS, Business Laws, that is of 60 marks, and Business Correspondence and Reporting of 40 marks. Totally 100 marks for this paper, paper number 2, known as Business Laws and Business Correspondence and Reporting. Fine. Next. And these 2 are descriptive type. You will write descriptive answers for this. Questions will be of expecting descriptive answers for this. Okay. Next, paper number 3 and paper number 4. These are of objective type. Right? Where for these questions there will be negative marking. 1/4 mark we will lose for the wrong answers. Hence, if you are not confident, don't take a chance. As I told you earlier, suppose your 60 answers are correct, you got 60 marks. But if you another 40 are wrong, then you will lose 10 marks. That means overall you will get only 50 marks, though you had 60 marks. Okay. This third paper is Business Mathematics and Logical Reasoning and Statistics. Total together it is 100 marks, subdivided into 40, 20, 40. That means business mathematics questions are for 40 marks. Logical reasoning questions of 20 marks. Statistics of 40 marks. Hence, for this paper number 3, business mathematics and logical reasoning and statistics, 100 marks together, subdivided as business mathematics 40 marks, logical reasoning 20 marks, statistics 40 marks. Fine? Yes. Paper number 4. Paper number 4. Yes, this is paper number 4. Business economics and business and commercial knowledge. Business economics and business and commercial knowledge. Here also totally 100 marks, subdivided into business economics and business and commercial knowledge. Economics, generally we call it economics. Economics will have 60 marks. Commercial knowledge will have 40 marks. Clear? Okay. Fine. Yes. Next, this pattern already I have already told you. 4 papers will be there, 100 marks each paper, and number of subjects will be there. Again, subdivided as 60 marks, 40 marks, or 40, 20, 40, like this it will be. And totally you are writing for 400 marks, 4 papers. Okay, and 2 papers, that is number 1 and number 2, are of descriptive type, and paper number 3 and 4 are of objective type. This is just like summarizing what I have told you already. Okay, and there will be negative marking for paper 3 and paper 4, that is objective answer. So you are required to write. If you do something wrong, answer is wrong, 1/4, that means 0.25 marks will go in that. So 1 mark question, 0.25 marks will be deducted from the marks what you have obtained. Okay, and exams are conducted twice in a year, calendar year, May and November. Okay, and medium is English and Hindi. Of course, we being people in southern India will write the answers in English, right? And there is a condition in individual subject, 40% cutoff marks must, and overall aggregate 50% is a must to qualify the examination, to pass in the examination, to go to the next stage, that is IPCC. Okay, fine. Fine. Next. Then today we will see the syllabus of accountancy, that is paper number 1. Okay, you study about the theoretical framework, how the study to be done, how the answers to be given, what are the lessons covered, chapters covered. In that you will learn accounting process. You will learn in detail how it is, what it is, and all, how the accounts are written, what is the format, why it should be written in that format, right? And you will study. Next lesson is bank reconciliation statement. In brief, you all know, you have, in general, you will have a bank account. Bank also maintain your account, and you will also record. If you are not a businessman and all, you will have a passbook, that is enough. Whereas for business people, there will be number of transactions every day. They will write their own accounts. Hence, to verify whether your writing and bank writing is correct, this bank reconciliation statement will be prepared. We will know in depth how it is done and what are the procedures to rectify, means if there is any mistake, how it is done and all. We'll see and we come to that lesson. Okay. Next, I'm today just touching in brief what are all you have to study lesson. Okay, I'm taking the format of ICAI recommended study material. Once we complete all these, later we will go for higher level of studies in the same subject, because yours is a professional examination, right? You are expected to know everything related to the subject. Not like a PUC, your syllabus is first PUC, second PUC, that is 11th and 12th commerce stream study. But the examination is professional examination, hence you should know in-depth knowledge. That all we will take up further studies. Okay. Next is inventories. Inventories means stock. You know, when you see a shop, there will be many number of goods and all. At the end of the day or at the end of the month, there will be goods. They will take what are the goods are there, what are the value of the goods and all. That is called inventories. Okay, their valuation is known as inventories valuation. Okay. Next, depreciation. That is concept of accounting of depreciation. Depreciation meaning is what? Say you purchase a laptop. Say after 1 year, 2 years, you are going to sell it. You have paid 40,000 rupees for the laptop, say like that. When you are going to sell it, you will get only some 15-20,000 rupees at the max, not 40,000 rupees. That the value which has come down as you have used it, made use of it, when you want to sell it off, the value which has come down, that value 40, in this example, 40,000 to say 15,000, the difference of 25,000. That is known as depreciation. How it is to be accounted in the books? Different types of accounting, the depreciation. This all we will study in this lesson. Okay, fine. Next, special transactions. Special transaction means we will cover here consignment, joint venture, because already this one level you have studied. If you are going to 12th now, you will be studying, or already completed 12th, you have already studied consignment, joint venture, all you know it. Correct? Goods on sale basis or return basis. These are all covered under the accounting for special transaction. Okay, then final accounts of sole proprietors. Sole proprietors means, say, your neighborhood shops. Those are all sole proprietors. One person will be there in general running the shop. He will be buying the goods, selling the goods, making profit or loss and all. No? Those are known as sole proprietors. When the volume of the transactions are more and all, one cannot remember. Hence, they have to maintain their accounts. That is how they will maintain the account and all. We will study in this lesson. Final accounts of sole proprietors. Fine. Yes. Next is partnership account. Different types of business organizations will study. In that, the sole proprietors partnership, limited company, limited liability partnership, private limited company, association of persons. These are all different types of business organizations. How suppose after studying and all, after getting your degrees, whatever and all you are interested in education, then suppose you are going to business, you should have this knowledge and all. What business to be started, on what scale it should be done, and how the method, requirements under different laws, various laws to maintain the accounts and all. This one form is partnership account. Two or more people join together to run a business for purpose of making profit, known as partnership accounts, partnership business, and maintaining the accounts of that is known as partnership accounts. Right? Next, non-profit or not for profit, non-profit or not for profit organization. Both are same. Financial statements means not for profit organization. See, you hear NGOs, correct? This is generally known in the society, NGOs. They are collecting money from public or from other sources and all, right? That how they spend it, how much is left at the end of the year. These are all known as, or they will create some assets and all. Assets means land and building, motor car. These are all known as assets, right? Those accounts, how it will be done, how it is to be done, how it is to be maintained, how it is to be written, is not for profit organization accounts. That we will study in this lesson number 9, chapter number 9. Okay, next is company accounts. You know, company, Infosys, Wipro. That immediately, if I ask you to name a company, you will immediately say Infosys, Wipro. Those are all companies. There are also different types of companies: private limited, public limited, government companies. Different companies are there. All those, how to write a company accounts, what are the requirements, how it is to be written, means accounting should be done as per the different laws prevailing in India. You all know Indian Companies Act, latest is 2003, correct? Amendments done, amend then 2010 and all. Okay, fine. Next, accounting ratios. See, once the accounts are written and all, you will know different types of results for the transactions. In general, 12 months it is prepared for transactions which give different profits, sales, how much stock is left at the end, that is inventory. These are all will be there. Once you prepare the accounts, you will come to know what are all those available informations. Based on those informations, these accounting ratios are arrived or calculated, found out, to know about the worth of the company, net worth of the company, or profitability of the company, viability of the company. This we will study accounting ratios. This is how it should be done and all. See, profitability ratio. One is gross profit divided by turnover. Turnover means sales in that year, during that year. Gross profit, you know, profit arrived from the sales and purchases difference, expenditure done for that and all. Those are known as gross profit. Gross profit ratio is gross profit divided by total turnover. That is known as gross profit or turnover ratio. Like that, many ratios are there. Here, basic accounting ratios, only just a touch for this accounting ratios. We will do some calculations and all this for that also in that chapter when we come to that chapter number 11. Okay, these are all what is there in the subject accountancy, that is paper number 1. Fine. Yes. Next, paper number 2. As I told you, generally it is known as loss, business loss, and correspondence reporting regarding the business. Right? This is divided into, this paper is divided into section A and section B. Section A contains 60 marks and it is about the business loss, different loss, legislations done, changes done to that, and then all those you will study. And there will be known as case studies. Case studies means court judgments. Generally, they are known as case studies. And business correspondence. In business means like that. Suppose a businessman sells to his customer, right? He has to get money. He has not given default. Then he has to give a reminder. How that letter is to be written. Or he has to submit some monthly or quarterly reports to the government, different authorities, how it is to be submitted. All those are known as business correspondence and reporting. That is of 40 marks. In that paper number 2, there will be a section called section B, which will have 40 marks. And as I told you, this is also descriptive. Paper number 1 and 2 are descriptive. Okay, fine. Here we will study in section A, that is loss. Indian Contract Act 1872, Sale of Goods Act 1930, Indian Partnership Act 1932, Limited Liability Partnership Act 2008, Companies Act 2013. That means these 5 laws, these 5 legislations done. We will be studying this. As I told you while in previous accountancy, I told you, partnership, LLP, Limited Liability Partnership companies, I told you all, no? Those accounts are prepared based on these laws. Law makes compulsory to present the accounts in that system format. Only in that format the accounts are to be submitted, because you will be aware of it. In general, accounts are audited by the chartered accountants, certified by the chartered accountants in general, right? There are some conditions and all, limits and all of the turnover based and all those things that you will study all those when you come to the subject in detail study. Fine. Yes. Hence, these 5 laws we will study under business laws, which is of 60 marks. And correspondence and reporting of 40 marks. You will have communications, different types of communications, and English, about grammar part of the English language, like direct, indirect speech, active, passive voice, synonyms, antonyms, prefixes, suffixes. These are idioms, phrases. These are all about the vocabulary, English language, because when communications are to be done, see, we can do cannot do it in multiple languages, because suppose if a businessman is purchasing something from Gujarat, he cannot write to him in Kannada, right? Or some Tamil businessman cannot write in Tamil to the person sitting in Maharashtra and all. Hence, general common link or expression is in English language. Hence, about the English language, grammar part we will study in this. In communication, that is conveying the information, communication, right? Like that also comprehension and passages note making also will do. Because if you write 5 pages in general, it is difficult to read and comprehend or understand what is told in the letter and all. Instead of the art of briefing them should be learned, that we will learn comprehension. Passages, note making and all, under that we will study. And this section B of this paper will have 40 marks. Fine. Next, we will go to next. Then there will be basic writing skills, as I told you. These are all you have studied at 10th level and all, high school level, correct? What? Small article writing, report writing, writing to newspaper editor, about the development in your neighborhood, something like this. Resumes, when you go to job interviews and all, you have to prepare a resume and present it. Those all you study under this developing writing skills. Okay, this information given now is of paper number 1 and paper number 2, which is of descriptive type. Next, coming to paper number 3, business mathematics, logical reasoning and statistics. Okay. Yes, here business mathematics part will have 40 marks. That is known as part A in that paper, paper number 3, part A, business mathematics. And under this subject, the chapters covered are, in mathematics you have studied at 10th level and all, this 10th, 11th level, 12th level and all. Ratio and proportion, indices, logarithms. In that chapter, concepts will be taught, problems will be solved. Next, equations and matrices. These are all you have studied 10th level, 11th level, 12th level. Okay, and questions are based at that level only. Questions expected from that level. But questions, this is objective type. Hence, sometimes tricky questions will be very tricky and all. Right? Yes. Next, linear inequalities. Next is time value of money. Time value of money means, suppose you have today 1,000 rupees. After 6 months when you go, today 1,000 rupees what it gives you will not give you after 6 months because of inflation and all. These all terminologies you understand something, because already this all you have covered at your 12th level and all. That is how to find out that time value of money. Or if you deposit a money in a bank today, 10,000 rupees, say after a year you get say 10,600 rupees or something like that. That is all known as time value of money. That how to calculate and all, that all will be studied. And permutation combinations, all this you have studied, sequence and series. Again we'll recollect, learn the concepts, do the sums, and also find out how the questions will be set on the subject and all. Okay. Next, sets, relations and functions. Okay. And calculus part, 11th and 12th level you have studied this integral calculus, which is known as trigonometry, right? That we'll study. And marginal cost and marginal revenue. This is cost accountancy part, something. Here it is mathematical part is we are studying. What is a marginal cost, what is a marginal revenue and all. That mathematical part we'll study here. Okay. In this paper, that is paper number 3, right? Part B is logical reasoning. Reasoning with logic. That is called logical reasoning, and it will be of 20 marks. It will be of 20 marks. Here we will have number series, coding, decoding, odd man out, etc. These are all, for example, odd man out. Odd man out, suppose they are giving 3 birds, along with that 1 person. Simple example. Odd man out means that person is out because all the 3 belongs to the bird category. 1 is not in bird category, hence odd man out like that. Coding, decoding also like that. It will be like that. Number 1, for example, number 1 stands for this, number 2 stands for this, number 3 stands for this, or number 4 will stand for this, like this. You will know detail when we study that lesson. Okay. Direction test, say Mr. Mohan is walking in the east for 2 kilometers, then turning to the right. Like this, some questions will be there. How far he is from the starting point. So questions will be there. That's called direction test. Seating arrangements, like that only. Say Keshav is sitting next to Mohan, and Mohan is not to the left of Ramesh. Like this, some questions will be there. Where is Ramesh from Keshav? Something like that. Blood relations, father's father, son, son's daughter. How it is related to the grandson. Some questions will be like that. You'll enjoy that when it is taught to you. You'll enjoy that how it is to be and all. They are also like that. Basic, something basic. You should know who is called what. For example, brother's son's daughter is called what. Something like that. As English, only you should know those English words. That all will teach you, and you will study at the time of that lesson taught. Okay, and syllogism, all these like that only. Then there will be another part, 40 marks, that is statistics, part C, in this paper number 3. Statistics part will be there, 40 marks, and it's objective. All of these are objective, right? Paper number 3 is objective. Yes. Statistics you have studied 11th level, 12th level, touch or some lessons in 10th level also, statistics. Data, mean, median, mode, and all you have studied. Probabilities in 11th and 12th you have studied. Also in 10th level, some those who have taken ICSE study, they have done in 10th also, right? Theoretical distributions, it's all in 12th. Correlation, regression, index number, time series, these are all 12th you have studied. Second PUC. Those who are studying now in 12th and 12th second PUC, they will be studying that in college also. Here also they are taking in depth and all, how the questions will be set and all. And here and there we will give you shortcuts also, because it's a competitive examination, professional examination. You should make use of best time of the available time to solve the difficult questions. Easy questions, immediately you will find an answer and you will be confident also. But difficult questions you have to think, analyze and all. No? Then if you are confident, you have to write in MCQs, multiple choice, that you have to in that way. That all we will be teaching you, giving the ideas how to attend the questions and all, how to find shortcuts and all. In the class we will give you all those things for when we come to that chapters. Okay, fine. Yes. Next, paper number 4 is also objective type. Economics in general, economics, we call it economics, business economics, and commercial knowledge about business and all. This is 4th paper, and it is objective type. Okay, and what are the lessons here? Here also part 1, that is business economics, related economics. You know what is the economics you have studied in first PUC, simple definitions, exposure to economics at primary level you have, that studies you have made already, right? Here, right? In this, you are studying what is again we are, it's like a revision and studying again what you have studied. If you have studied, because at PUC level and all, no, you are happy if you are getting somewhere 40 marks, get through. But here it is not like that. You should have in-depth knowledge, in-depth study. Hence, we'll be taking the like a revision what you have studied, interacting with you. Further, we'll find out where you are lacking what, whether your study was proper at that time. If not, we will be giving that studies now. Hence, it's like a revision, again teaching, concept explanation, to make you prepare for the professional examination of different types of questions, how they are set and all. Fine. Hence, demand and supply you have studied. What is demand and supply? Again, we will be giving knowledge about that. And production and cost. And the factory is that, you know, production and what it will be cost of production and all that. Again, we will be explaining, teaching you. Different markets, competitive market, non-competitive, monopoly, right? Mega markets, small markets, regional markets, local markets, right? Business cycles. See, you are hearing business is down and all. See, now it is Corona time, right? COVID-19. Everyone will telling, no, people are not coming. Business is not dull, very dull. Earlier, every day, at least 100, 150 people used to walk into our shop and find the suitable purchases they want to make. Now, it's difficult to find 30, 40 people also in a day. This business is down. You might have heard in the newspapers and TV channels, recession. Recession is to come in the world, total world, right? Because of Corona, COVID-19. That's called business cycles. They are cycles, ups and downs in the markets, ups and downs in the business. They are known as business cycles. Not only this much, we'll study in depth what it is. And this business related terminologies. See, one terminology here itself: demand, supply, production, cost, cost of production, sales cost, marginal cost, average cost. These are all different types of terminologies like that. That we will study terminologies and all. Okay, is it fine? Okay, no? Hence, in business economics and this economic paper number 4, there will be only 2 parts, section A and section B, 60 marks and 40 marks. Fine. Okay. Hence, this session, introductory session about me, I told you I have a teaching experience about 30 years. I taught the students of course, PUC, then CACS, CMA Foundation, IPCC, CS Executive, CMA Intermediate. Now and then, once in 2 to 3 years, 3 to 4 years, they change the nomenclature. Like this, now it is CA Foundation. Earlier it was CACPT, like that. But in general, no, study what you study at one level. If you study in depth, that knowledge will be always with you. It will be ever, right? Hence, I believe I have given you a brief introduction about the course, how it is and all these things, what is subjects covered under the course, how will be the examinations and all. Fine. Okay.